there are areas in which both sides can work together, and they can cooperate. But there are severe differences that remain. On trade, I think Blinken's visit does tell us that there is some degree of commonality between the two sides. He talked about how there is $700 billion worth of trade that's going on, record levels of American investment is in China. Yet there is some degree of de-risking that is taking place. So that does tell you that there are interlinked interests. So my sense is that yes, both sides have an interest in trying to arrive at some sort of common understandings on how to manage the relationship. That would be the big thing that they'd want to work on. But getting there is going to be extremely difficult. And that's because of what I call the fundamental contradiction in how both of these sides are approaching this dialogue currently. The Americans are approaching this dialogue with the intent of trying to manage the competition that they see is evolving and will evolve in the years to come. Beijing is entering this dialogue by saying, look, this idea of major power competition and that prism, to apply that prism to view our relationship, is fundamentally flawed. We do not want to be engaged in such a relationship where you look at us as fundamentally a competitor and you look at our relationship as great power competition. You need to twist the prism and you need to look at us as a peer partner. And when you do that, that's when we can talk constructively about all of these issues. In fact, this is quite specifically what Xi Jinping told Antony Blinken in their meeting, right? Chinese state media quoted Xi Jinping as saying that, that major country competition does not represent the trend of the times, and it cannot solve America's problems. So I think that contradiction remains, and that's why this relationship is going to remain extremely fraught. I don't see any major breakthroughs in the years and months to come. In the months to come, going up to the APEC summit. In fact, if you look at what Blinken himself says after the meetings in the press conference that he addressed, he actually says that, look, one meeting, one event, one conversation, none of this is going to resolve our differences. And it's worth people thinking back to the fact that both sides describe this as the lowest point in the relationship since normalization. So to get back from there, it's a long, long way. And I don't think that we're going to get back to what it used to be. But if both sides can manage the tension so that it doesn't veer off into conflict, then that's beneficial to everybody.